I think when we started eToro, our vision has always been to open the global markets for everyone to trade and invest in a simple and transparent way. Then when the social network revolution came in, we sort of transitioned into a full-blown social network where everyone can see, follow, and automatically copy top traders, making eToro really an education platform, because the best way to get financial education is through experience and through observing what other people are doing. Throughout the years, I would say that a lot of the things that sort of changed in eToro is one, sort of the movement to mobile, right? When we started, there was no mobile. Today, everything is happening on your mobile, and our approach is very much mobile first. And second is the addition of more and more assets. Today, people on eToro can trade stocks, commission-free, from more than 15 different exchanges, as well as cryptocurrencies within the same platform. I think a lot of times sort of opportunities come in crises. When you look at eToro's business, a lot of our business is driven by one, customer interest in investing not through the banks, right? So they're investing in eToro, people open up accounts online with eToro. And second is a lot of our business is driven by volatility. And actually the 2008 crisis caused two things. One, people lost a lot of their trust in traditional financial institutions. And second, it was a time of significant interest in what's happening in the markets, in the currency markets, in the FX markets. So actually 2008, which was sort of the first year we had a full year of operation, and then 2009 was actually very good years for eToro. We grew significantly, more than 300% from 2008 to 9, and more than 1,000% from 7 to 8. I do believe our offering is for all type of investors. I just met actually here in the conference one of our clients here that is 65 plus. So we do have people from all ages on eToro. What we're really focused on is not necessarily the age, but something that's a generational transformation of wealth. So there's research showing that there's $1 trillion a year moving from older generations to new generations, and newer generations simply have different set of expectations from a product point of view, right? So it's a generalization saying Generation Y wants everything real-time on their mobile app, socially connected, and that's sort of where we focus, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's only for people from Generation X and Y. Anybody can be young in spirit. It's definitely very interesting for us and very challenging to expand globally. Today the eToro platform is in 24 different languages, from the European languages to Southeast Asian, and we just recently launched in the US as well. We have more than 700 employees from Australia to Shanghai, Hong Kong, UK, Europe, US, South Africa. So we're a very global company by nature. For every market that we enter, we learn how to localize to the local market. Just as an example, when we launched in China, we realized that actually red is when the markets go up and green is when the markets go down. And we had to actually change the entire color set of the platform to sort of adapt to the local market. Of course, in every single language that we service customers, we have people working for the company. So we have our customer service and account management teams in all of the different languages, from Malaysian to Philippine to Spanish and all the European languages. So it is a challenge, but as we've grown, we've created processes to help us understand better how to localize the platform and also in some cases adapt to local regulations. Some of it changed, especially because of the crypto bull run. So we've grown more than 300% over the last 3 years. In some cases, even more than 1,000%. So when we saw a lot of people coming in to trade crypto, it changed a bit the profile of our users. When we now, for example, launched free commission stock trading on eToro, that also suddenly is changing a bit the profile. So when we launch new products, we see new type of customers coming in and their profile is a bit different. I would generally say a lot of our crypto investors are very much hodlers. They came in, they buy crypto, and they hold crypto. I think it makes sense for people to search for profits, especially if you think about the European culture. I think people are still very much underinvested in the markets. People are still very worrisome about capital markets. Traditionally, each country in Europe used to invest very locally, right? So in the Spanish market or German market, and basically the visibility to the global markets is just growing, but retail investors are still very much underexposed to the stock markets if you compare the European market to, for example, the US market. We work very closely with regulators. We're regulated today in Europe, in the UK, in Australia, in the US. We're also very much a fintech innovator. So as a fintech innovator, you have to work with regulators to explain to them what you are going to do, because in a lot of cases, when you innovate, by definition, that means the rules haven't been written for it yet. We are seeing more regulatory sort of oversight in a lot of places, and again, but we expect that. So we invented social trading and copy trading, and then worked with regulators to regulate it under a portfolio management license, right? And then got regulated as a portfolio management. We were the first regulated broker in Europe to actually launch crypto trading in 2014. Until 2017, nobody really cared about it. Then, when it started sort of picking up, we started talking more to regulators, explaining to them how we store crypto assets, how we buy crypto assets, how we basically monitor AML on crypto assets. So as we grow and as we innovate, we constantly need to be in a dialogue with regulators, who, by the way, a lot of them are very keen on innovation themselves. Most regulators in Europe today have a fintech or innovation team within the regulator, because I think in general they understand that a company like eToro and a lot of the fintech companies are user-focused, product-focused companies, which means we're trying to bring added value to consumers. Definitely a part of that was our general expansion. So we've grown a bit. Last year we raised $100 million, so we have a lot of responsibility to keep on growing the company, and there's no doubt that the Spanish market is a super interesting market for us to expand in, as well as Latin America. I do believe that as we've expanded into stock trading, and that now we offer by far the cheapest way to invest in stocks in the Spanish market, is a great opportunity for investors to actually leave their bank and trade in a cheaper way through eToro. I think, first of all, we were very early on to crypto. I'm very passionate about cryptocurrencies, and one of the main reasons is really the underlying technology. So as an entrepreneur who started in the financial crisis and saw how the entire banking industry sort of froze in 2008, and saw that the technology of how traditional assets are being traded is simply not efficient. Clearing and settlement takes 2 days today in the interbank system. Transfers of money is something that's still very much sort of not efficient. So when we started dealing with Bitcoin back in 2011, we were very excited about the clearing and settlement process that suddenly is almost real time. Back then we also started colored coins together with Vitalik Buterin to figure out how can we issue traditional assets on top of the Bitcoin protocol, which eventually Vitalik took to Ethereum with ERC20 tokens and all of the ICOs sort of driving the market in 2017. So I think, first of all, a lot of the blockchains, I think each of them have somewhat of a different utility, whether it's smart contracts on Ethereum or bank payment settlement with XRP or a store of value or digital gold with Bitcoin. So I do think the big ones are here to stay. Specifically Bitcoin, I'm sure that my grandchildren will know what Bitcoin is. It's hard for me to say it about all of the cryptocurrencies. I think the top ones are probably here to stay. But if you look at cryptocurrencies like 5 years ago, then a lot of them also have disappeared, right? It's survival of the fittest, just like public markets. If you'll check now, 50 years ago, who are the top public markets companies, you'll find out that a lot of them have disappeared as well. So the eToro platform today has sort of expanded from the eToro social trading platform where you can trade stocks, commodities, indices, and cryptocurrencies to our crypto wallet, which enables you to transfer your assets from the eToro platform into a regulated crypto wallet service, which enables you to then convert also Bitcoin into Ethereum and then transfer the Ethereum to wherever you want, to eToro X, which is our crypto assets exchange. The really unique part of eToro X is that we've taken our passion that we started back in 2012 of tokenizing traditional assets and actually created 12 different stable coins from euro, dollar, yen, pound, Swiss franc, Aussie dollar, Kiwi dollar, ruble, yuan, gold and silver. So we've created 12 different stable coins that trade on our crypto exchange. So you can deposit Bitcoin, convert it into dollars or euros or yens or gold, then with that go and buy Ethereum or Litecoin or XRP. And I think that takes you a bit to our vision looking forward of tokenizing more of the assets on eToro. We have more than 2,000 assets trading on eToro. Our vision is that all assets eventually will be tokenized, and we want all tokenized assets to actually trade on eToro X and to tokenize all assets that are on eToro. I think today at eToro, we focus on both. Our main focus is the user experience. So first of all, if you look at the platform of eToro, the simplicity and innovative features of eToro is really what differentiates us from everyone else, banks and other brokers. But today, since we've seen that we've automated a lot of the capabilities of eToro and the connectivity to the various stock markets, when we launched the free commission stock trading on eToro, we also became by far the cheapest place to buy stocks in Europe. I can't comment on that now, but we definitely are looking at capital markets in our future. We're definitely at the right size, and we're very passionate about capital markets. So I do believe it's in our future, but I can't comment more on that right now. I think expanding overseas now, for us, especially the US market is a great opportunity and a great challenge. We've grown significantly and now we're setting up for the first time we've launched crypto in the US. We're going to launch also stocks, free commission stock trading in the US. So that for us is a great challenge and a great opportunity. I think in general, the economy, both in Europe and Spain, again, in our view, is relatively stable. There's a lot of sort of FUD around Europe, but from our view, I think generally we're seeing general stability in the system. We are seeing significant growth in the Spanish markets, and I would say that probably also suggests that people have more investable assets. We basically are very interested in the Spanish markets. We're very happy to sort of expand more. Our team is growing and we'd love to see our users grow together with us.